Hello, in this lesson we will explore how to pass some values to a function and how to configure what the function returns. Let's imagine we need to write a function that adds two numbers. These two numbers will be passed to the function. To pass them, we write them separately by a comma and the first line of the function definition, indicating that the function expects two arguments at runtime. Let's name them number 1 and number 2. Within the function itself, the value of these arguments will be accessible by these names, just like this. If we need to make 3 arguments, we also separate them by commas. Now, let's output our result. As we learned in the previous lesson, to call a function, we write its name and open parentheses. Since we have arguments, we must pass them. If we don't, we will get an error. Let's run it. The error tells us that 2 arguments are missing. Let's pass them separated by a comma. Run it again. And we get the result 8. Everything works correctly. We also save the result of the function in a variable and then print it, which is done like this. Now let's print our result. Our first print outputs 8, and the second prints just none by default. Our function returns none, which means return equal none by default. Generally try to avoid print especially inside function, and also try to ensure that your function always returns the result of its work. However, in some cases, the function result might be an action, not a calculation. So, in those cases, the function will not return anything, then we leave none. Let's change what the function returns. Using return, we make a return and pass our variables with the additional result to it. Run it. Now everything works as it should. Let me remind you that our code runs from top to bottom. So we need to write the function first and then call it. If we do it the other way around, we'll get an error saying our function was not found. To consolidate our knowledge, let's write another function that squares the number passed to it. We name it x and put only one number. We might not save our action but return it directly. Let's pass the result of our additional to our new function and output the results. Everything works because 8 squared is 64. We can also pass the result of one function directly into another function. This will look like this. We remove this print and run it. Everything works. Note that if we had used print instead of return, as we did first, we would try to square what the function returns, and if we didn't explicitly specify return, it would default to none. Therefore, it's important to use return, not print. Thank you for watching. If you watched up to this moment, it makes sense to like this video. It helps me produce higher quality content. Have a great day.